going on, fight fans? Sean with Boxing Socialist. We got to ask you, man. Give us your opinion on Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo. Canelo ready? Will Oscar De La Hoya allow it to happen?
I don't think so, man. I don't think Oscar De La Hoya gonna let it happen. Canelo's a good fighter, real good. You know, he got, what, 43 wins? But if you look at it, he stacked all them wins up, man, against a bunch of nobodies. You know, he can't beat Mosley at the end of Mosley's career. Actually, Mosley's last fight whipped him up bad. Mosley was gone. Canelo's a good fighter, but to come in at 23 years old with the experience of Mayweather, I don't think he's ready. I don't think Oscar De La Hoya is gonna let him. Not that he couldn't come in and perform and make a good fight. I think he could do that, but as for winning, no, I think he'll get beat up on the scorecards, man, honestly.
All right, so what about the Guerrero? Everybody's talking about putting Robert Guerrero in Floyd Mayweather. How do you see that fight if it happens? Guerrero ready?
He's not ready.
He did beat up Andre Berto pretty bad.
Yeah, but so did Victor Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So he's not ready, man. Get him one or two good fights, and then let him fight like, you know, Canelo Alvarez or something like that. But don't put him in there with Floyd, man. He's not ready. You know
All right, so is Sergio Martinez ready for Floyd Mayweather?
What are they gonna be fighting at?
154.
154?
Just like his last fight was 154.
Is Sergio ready for Floyd? Is that
Yeah.
the question? Out of all of them, man, it's pretty close. He would probably get the better shot out of everybody. And I actually kind of like Canelo, but I think Sergio Martinez probably has the best shot out of everybody to actually, you know what I'm saying, to make it a fight to where it's close, to where the boxing fans will be like, oh, you know. So,
all right, so let's throw Floyd Mayweather out of the mix. How do you see Canelo versus Sergio Martinez?
That'll be a sick fight. That'll be a real big fight, and man, I'm trying to think. I have to give it to Sergio.
Sergio?
Yeah, I'd have to give it to Sergio.
Off experience, right?
Off experience, man. Just experience, and just because I believe that he's fought better fighters. You know what I'm saying? So he's ready for that big time fight. You know, Canelo Alvarez, man. I mean, he jumped in there with Mosley at 40 years old, and Mosley was already beat up, and you know what I'm saying? So I just think Sergio, I had to give Sergio on that one, man.
Right. And we hear that Nonito Donaire was supposed to fight Reagan now, but that fight might fall through. And Victor Archinian said he wants a shot back at Nonito Donaire. Nonito's already knocked him out a few years ago. How do you see that fight playing out?
I'm not too up on them two fighters right now,
All right.
but you say, who knocked you out?
Nonito Donaire did knock out Victor Archinian a few years ago.
What round was it?
I want to say 8th, 9th, somewhere around there.
8th or 9th?
Who do you see giving Nonito Donaire problems? Anybody?
What weight class he fighting?
That's 122. He just fought here in Houston and knocked out Arce.
122. Man, I'm not really too on them divisions right there.
Smaller divisions?
I stick with about that 135 up to about the 154, and then I mess with Ward and then some of the heavyweights. But
all right, speaking of Ward, he just had shoulder surgery. He's going to be out for a while. Who do you want to see Ward fight at 168, or is it time for him to move to 175?
At 168,
he pretty much beat everybody at 168. At 175, you got Bernard Hopkins, Tavares Cloud, Gene Pastel, Chad Dawson. Well, Chad Dawson came down to 168, and you see Ward beat him up.
Yeah.
But how would they do at 175?
It'd be the same thing, honestly. It'd be the same thing. I don't want to see that, but against him and Hopkins, I'll watch that one. You know what I'm saying?
The crafty veteran against a young lion?
Oh, yeah. I would probably have to give it to Ward, but it's going the distance. He's not gonna knock Hopkins out. So, you know, that's a fight that even though I would have to give it to Ward, it could really go either way.
Right.
No doubt.
All right, appreciate your time.
Yeah, no.